Morning. Day 3. Let's have it. Twisties. Feast your mincers on that. Wow, spectacular, amazing, super, awesome. It's always quicker travelling up by one. Where did we live tonight, last night? Where's this place?
Saint-Claude.
Saint-Claude. Saint-Claude.
A hotel called Panorama.
The Panorama. Now, we had a bit of a school night last night. Was everyone aware of this?
Okay, do we need to mark? No, I don't think so.
I better shush actually, because we're doing directions.
We're all together.
Yeah, we're all here.
Yeah.
Oh, what a nice way to wake up in the morning. Beautiful. Ooh, I thought that went round to the right again. We've got the old Matt back. Happy days. Welcome back, Matt.
Yeah, magic.
Let your spirit rise. Let your spirit rise. Let your spirit rise. Let your spirit rise.
I was listening to, I had the TV on this morning, some breakfast show, and they had that song, "What if God was one of us," playing just as I left. That's it, it's in my head now.
All day.
What if God was
Actually,
one of us?
We've come to free your mind. The key to live a life sublime.
What a cracking stretch of road. Absence of markings, right, okay. Ooh, fresh tarmac, beautiful.
It's just going to run out at some point.
Yeah, I know, yeah. Up here.
Around the bend. Yeah.
Right, that's about 45, isn't it? Oh,
Yep.
mint. Is that you, Simon?
Yep.
Cool. Go on, lads, go by me, I'll wait to the back. Enjoy.
Got some good footage on that.
It's going to be a lot of blurring.
They've been gravelling the road. That'll be fun.
Watch that gravel on the inside there.
Hey there!
You alright? Okay, sync them up. 1, 2, 3. Well, folks, wow, we are, God, about 3-4 hours since all that happened. I'll give you the update. Oh, you left my puck on the floor. I keep these pucks in my little handlebar bag. I need to attach a cord or something to them. Right, the saga. So, Pete came off. You'll be able to see it up here. You probably heard me say, watch the gravel. Pretty much as I said it, I think Pete came off. So, you can see up here, there's some signs for it back there. You see there's a little patch of gravel starts, there's a little bit here. You can see that's where Pete's ended up there. He seemed to be okay at the time, so he didn't want an ambulance or anything. The old bill, I think it's a passers-by, called the old bill anyway. The old bill came, they were happy enough, they'd breathalyse you and do all the checks, that's all fine obviously. So they carried on and we just arranged recovery about an hour, 2 hours in. I said to Simon, you know, take the rest of the group on, there's no sense in everybody else waiting. So the rest of the groups carried on. A couple of hours in, Pete started to get quite a bit of pain in his knee, couldn't really bend his knee anymore, and he was getting some pain in his shoulder and in one of his toes. So I just thought, right, let's just get an ambulance, and then better to be safe than sorry. So the ambulance has come, done their checks, and they've taken Pete to the local hospital where he is, and his bike's just been recovered, and that's been taken to a garage. BMW assist. Also, they'll deal with all of that, and if the bike can't be fixed in the next day or two, then they will repatriate Pete back to the UK as well. Or his travel insurance will do it, hence why you have to have European breakdown and travel insurance when you come up with those. Anyway, right, so now I'm back on the road, and I'm just going to follow the route and try and catch up with the group if possible. They've got a good 3-4 hour head start, so that's not going to happen. But I'll just follow the route as best I can. I might do a couple of shortcuts if possible. I'll probably see them at the hotel for tonight. It's never dull on tour, folks. It is never dull on tour. It's just the importance, folks. It's like we say it time and time again, you've got to ride within your own safety limits. One person's safety limits might be way below yours, but they might also be way higher than yours. You know, people could be riding at a much higher pace than you're riding, and you kind of get lulled into a false sense of security sometimes. Just ride your ride. I'll do my best not to crash now on any gravel. Anyway, it's currently 26 degrees, beautiful, glorious temperature. Very, very nice to ride in. I've got the Adventure Spec super shirt on with one of my t-shirts over the top. Perfect. Life is good. I've missed this. I love doing these tours, but I really do miss the solo travel aspect that I used to do so much of, because I just don't really do it anymore. All my trips tend to be with groups of people, or I'm doing the clan ride, or I'm going somewhere to meet somebody. Not complaining, don't get me wrong, I'm not complaining, I love it. I've got the perfect life for me. I am living the dream. But it is nice just to have a bit of me time again. Just me and you, obviously. 80 odd thousand of you lot. Although 80,000 of you aren't watching the vids, so what's going on? Am I doing something wrong in the vids? Is there something you don't like? Please let me know. I mean, I want to make sure that I'm making the vids you want and you enjoy. Make it constructive, because when people just have a dig, I end up having a dig back, and that gets us nowhere, does it? We're in Italy tonight, actually. Don't know if I mentioned that. Hotel's just over the border in northern Italy, towards Saint-Germain. If you're not sure of what the road surface is like, just try and get your braking done that extra bit early. I tend to trail brake a lot of the time, in and around the bends. And if it's going to be loose surfaces in the bends, that's not a good thing to do, obviously, because you'll just end up skidding the front wheel. As I've done, I did it in Japan, remember when I crashed. That's basically why that happened. Just get your braking done. You should do that anyway, get your braking done before the bend. And then get yourself going around the bend on the drive. There is a bike ahead, but that's not one of ours. There's no rush to try and... Obviously there is, because I'm incredibly competitive when it comes to bike stuff. But you have to just try and resist that urge, because then you'll crash and look a right couple. Right, see big long straights like this? Like if you think like a copper, that is where if I was a copper, and I was that way inclined, big long straights like this is where you would sit with a speed van or something like that. Because this is where people are just going to cane it. So if you can, try and be a little bit reserved on these big long straights. And just save it for the twisties. Have fun in the twisties. I'm not saying ride like an idiot, you know, like you've got a death wish in the twisties. But, you know, you can ride at the speed limit in the really tight twisties. And if you can do that, you're going some, is all I'm going to say. That's how I do it anyway. I do have 3 points on my licence, I can't lie, so maybe not always listen to me. But, right, just fueled up, change the batteries. Look at that for a view. We're just outside Anacey, I think it is. A place called Anacey, Annecy. and I just had a look on the Real Rider app. In fact, let's show you on this. So, go to the Real Rider. So that's me, that's where we started, that's where we crashed. The crash was up round about here. I can see that at the moment Mike and Juddy are in Beaufort, which according to this on Kalimoto, Beaufort is about number 14, I think, yeah. So they're about there. So I've got about 50 miles to try and catch them up. There's 150 miles to the hotel, they're about 50 miles away, so let's see. As I said, we don't need another crash today, so it's always quicker travelling by one than it is travelling as a group of like 17 or 16 now, sorry Peter, but yeah, 16. It's always slower, especially in a big group. So we'll see, we might be able to see him and join him for the last bit of the day. Right, let's go. Tell you what, I thought we were due a bit of rain this afternoon, but it seems to have pushed back. Louise, who's on this trip, Louise is military, and she's very thorough with her trip prep. So she gave us a concise, like, meteorological break, a weather breakdown, the whole trip. Look at that for a backdrop. Oh, beautiful. Wow. That is gorgeous. Look at the roads, man. Try not to die. Look at that. Look at that. What an awesome little road. Very, very Swiss-like. Wow. I have to change batteries again soon. Ooh, that won't catch you out. That one tightened up, didn't it? I either wasn't paying attention properly or enough, or there was no road signage to say that was going to tighten up a bit. Oh, Lapierre. Beautiful. Okay, I stopped to change the batteries. I'm about 102 miles from the hotel. It's currently 4:05. This is saying I should be there for 5 to 7. I'm probably a good hour behind them now, which is better than the sort of 3 hours behind that I was. But I don't think we're going to catch him. that ridge line up there. Wow. Yeah, these could catch you out quite easily. If you've got a case of the old straight line fever, just gunned it, staying on the power too long in these straights, quite easily get yourself in some bother. Look at that up ahead. Oh, still 20 degrees. Quite refreshing actually in this top. The adventure spec super shot. Oh yes. Get that plug-in. 340 odd quid, 350 quid from your local adventure spec stockists. So I'm sure if you gave Sam a shout at Conqueror's Motorcycle Apparel, links down below, obviously, I'm sure he could order one in for you. Hoo-ah. Traction controls kicking in there. Discretion's the better part of valor for that one, I think. There we go. It's an awesome road. Have I mentioned that? Just awesome. You can't get bored riding this. You just can't. These type of roads, they've got so much going on just to keep you awake, keep you thinking. Just love riding. This is the D902 left. Too long on the brakes. You see how by me staying too late on the brakes there, it pushed me like wide in the corner. It wasn't necessarily too quick, I just stayed on the brakes too long. Like I said, I trail brake, so I was quite heavy on the braking. I just didn't come off in time, didn't get the speed off in time. So I suppose, yes, I was too quick. Quite bumpy. Obviously no bother on a big adventure bike. Gravel there, stay clear of that. Had enough of that today. Doid. Look at Doiga. Look at the squiggles. Oh yes. These are a bit tighter than before. These are a bit like the Stelvio actually, down the bottom. Ooh, I was looking at the edge. You look, that's where you're gonna go. Happens to us all, folks. Get off the brakes, you're just freewheeling round. What a nutty. Cross all onto lap pool. Sorry. Sort your life out smart. Get the speed off before the bend. Drive with power and look where you want to go. There we go. First, trail the back brake in because we're going downhill. Still pushing wide. Okay, sort that out. Next one. I get the feeling I'm going to have plenty of practice coming up. Wow, I don't know when to turn the cameras off. It's just stunning bit of road, isn't it? Is that an old James Bond car? You're not going to get bored of this, I'll tell you, if you're riding it. D902. Mint. I hope everybody stopped and managed to get some pictures and stuff today. I've not stopped at all. I've ridden by loads of places that I'm like, oh, wow, that would be awesome to get the drone up. But needs must today, I'm afraid, folks. Look at that. So come up 1, 2, 3. So this is Val d'Isère. I've heard a lot about it. I've never been here before. Still saying 5 to 7. I'll get to the hotel. Right, I'll turn you off and I'll turn you on again when there's more to report. We're getting there, folks. We're getting there. Feast your mincers on that. So come on, 1, 2, 3. Just wow. 18 degrees, but it feels a lot colder. I've actually put my old heated grips on. I know. Just stunning, isn't it? So come up 1, 2, 3. Right, I owe you a massive apology, folks. I've just come over the Col de whatever it is, something Bernard, I think, or something like that. Some call anyway. And there was an amazing viewpoint as I went over, but it was freezing. And I've just got this, so I didn't bother stopping, I just carried on. Still saying 56 miles to the hotel. Although if it's in Italy, is that another hour? Are they an hour ahead of France? I don't know actually. So that's saying 1904, it's currently 1716. Nah, there's no way I'd do 56 miles of this in an hour, is there? Maybe I would. I don't know, folks. Anyway, I'm sure we'd be able to see them. If they were reasonably close, we'd be able to see them over the valley. And we can't. Maniacs. Fair play. Right, you get the gist, folks. I'll turn you off again so I can save some of this battery for the time being. Otherwise you're just going to have endless bits of me going, wow, spectacular, amazing, super, awesome. See you in a bit. And there they are. Hiya.
had a lovely time, haven't you?
Yeah. I've had a lovely time. We're going? Cool. I'm just going to change batteries. Right then, helmet cam and cockpit cam, sync them up, 1, 2, 3. Well, we had the band back together, just for a brief second. They were leaving as I entered. However, we sort of split now. I've got Juddy, Matt, and Martin, the pirate. I've got them with me, and the rest have all just gone on ahead. Alright, I'll switch you on when we get on the other side. Stand by to stand by. Right, issue. My route has brought us this way, but it's put us through the tunnel into Italy. 34 euros. I didn't even take note. I just turned up at the kiosk and beeped my card. I didn't look to see how much it was, but Matt just came through and he went, was that really just 34 euros? The other lot have gone over the top, I believe, so we may well get to the hotel before. Anyway, this is boring. It's 35 degrees in here, so we're cooking. I'll see you on the other side. Cheery bye for now. Right, well, we've come out the tunnels and we've just arrived onto some stonking roads again. Out of nowhere. We're only a mile away from the hotel, apparently. Awesome, it is. I don't know if I mentioned, but we're in Italy now. Italia. Look at that over there. Wow. Wow. Oh, and they've even got a McDonald's. Happy days. Hotel Serendipity. Sit right up here. What the? Just ride by touch. If you bump into anything, go the other way. Now that is a proper burger.
Keys in a bowl.
Keys in a bowl.